Spirit, hallelujah, 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 hey, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. One more time, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Good morning, Pacific Coast. Good morning. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing today? Woo! A very warm welcome to every single one of you here this morning in person. A very warm welcome to everyone in Zoom land, and especially a very especially warm welcome to any new members joining us today. We're so happy to have you. My name's Lauren Peach, and I'm a contributing member here at Pacific Coast Center for Spiritual Living. And I have the honor and privilege of serving as your host this morning. Couple housekeeping items. If you parked behind someone, please grab a card from the welcome team, fill out your name and number, and place the card in the windshield. As you know, we're a tandem parking lot, so if the person in front of you needs to get out, please leave your information in your car. We'll contact you if you're blocking someone. And could everyone just pull out their cell phones and either turn them off or silence them? And just FYI, there's no potluck next week because it's Easter. And so, no potluck next Sunday. It's Easter. So everyone's going to be having mimosas and going to brunch, I'm assuming. Here, we believe in a universal God, a divine energy that resides within each of us. Our teachings focus on staying connected to this life-giving presence, and more importantly, on dissolving the barriers that block us from accessing it. When we remove these obstacles, we're able to live freely and from our true self rather than from ego, creating lives of peace, fulfillment, and authenticity. This philosophy has transformed my life, and I trust it has touched or will touch yours. As always, we have an amazing program for today. We got our wonderful music team, Melissa Lewis, Des Glover, and David on keyboard. Production team this morning is John Broderick and Matt Prophet back there on sound and streaming. Thanks, guys. Our production coordinators, the wonderful T. Cena. Let's go, T. Our platform practitioner is Carol Ann. Our service support is Janice Guevara. Our pre-service meditation was Sylvia Hungerford. And our youth and family coordinator is the wonderful Wenda Arcala. Our leadership council representative today is Ian Overholt. And a special thanks to our hospitality team for preparing the food, cleaning up after everyone, and just nourishing our bodies. Floran, Lily, Dina, and Terry. And thank you to the entire welcome team for welcoming everyone here and just always being super warm and sweet. And a special thanks to Janet Maresh for leading the welcome team. Did anyone have a chance to attend either the Friday or Saturday workshop here at the center? Well, we have a very special treat today. We have Rev Michelle Wadleigh, who I was blown away. I was at the class on Friday. I was running the 10K yesterday, so I couldn't make it to the Saturday one. I was blown away by her. She was incredible. So it's gonna be a good talk today, you guys. She's gonna be talking about unconditional acceptance is the key to your power. So, welcome, Michelle. We're so happy you're here. With our 2026 theme, Cleaning Up Together, From Mess to Mastery, we will give ourselves permission to take an honest look at what needs attention in our hearts, our habits, and our community. Through conscious practice, we transform shadow into light, resistance into willingness, and fear into freedom. Together we rise. Please join me in speaking our affirmation together. I courageously clean up old beliefs, patterns, and stories that no longer serve my highest good. I honor the sacred journey from mess to mastery, knowing that every step, muddy and miraculous, moves me towards greater clarity and truth. Like the lotus, I rise with grace, remembering I am supported, guided, and never alone on this path. Carol Ann, would you please come up to light our candle? Oh, is that wrong? No, that's you. Yeah. This flame represents the light we have shared together and the light that will guide us into the next chapter.
Good morning. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't. I haven't been up on platform for about 6 months, and some things have changed. Thank you. If you ought to take a breath with me, settle yourself into your seats. Ooh. Knowing that God is all that is, all of the allness that is, all of the goodness that is, all the yummy stuff like love and freedom, grace, honor, beauty. And all that God is, of course, is in each and every one of us, whether you believe it or not, whether I believe it or not. It is in, as, and through each of us. We are of it. How glorious that is to know and trust. How glorious that is to bring into this moment, into this time that we share together, celebrating one another, celebrating the beauty that each of us is, in our all together and in our not so all together. So I just claim and know that this time we spend together is perfect. It is anointed. It is beautiful. And together we say, and so it is. Oops.
Good morning. My name is Ian Overholt, and I am the Leadership Council Chair for Pacific Coast. Hello. Please join me in reading our collaboration vision statement together. Through mindful and respectful exploration, we are creating a healthier foundation that supports and engages a whole beloved community, equipped to launch new strategies for a thriving spiritual center. Okay. And this is our inclusion statement that reaffirms our spiritual principles and who we are as a community. Please reflect on these words while I read them, and please join me when we get to the last sentence and read it all together. We know all life is interconnected and sacred. We cultivate active care of the earth and honor all creation. We are committed to being a unified community where everyone is included and has equal access to actualize their full potential, regardless of race, color, religion, ethnicity, age, gender identity, sexual orientation, background, physical or mental ability. Together, we live in loving, respectful coexistence with all. Thank you. Okay, and now it is on to our announcements section. Coming up Tuesdays in April, we have Emotions 101, Develop Your Inner Standing with Dr. Aaron Lightfoot. It's a Zoom. Are they all Zoom only, or is it just that? Okay, they're all Zoom only. Early bird cost is $90 until April 19. So please sign up. Our community care team is compassionate and a caring team that supports our community members in times of need. They are the pastoral care of our center. Currently, our team makes supporting phone calls when someone is ill or in the hospital. They send postcards to those who may need encouragement and strength. They are truly helping hands, offering upliftment and care to our community. If you would like to join our community care team, or if someone you would know could use support, please see Jackie Williams Pearson or Florette Krugman. And also I wanted to say, if anyone's here that's in the community care team, could you stand? All right, I see Eileen and Rachel and Florette. All right, and Veronica, thank you. The first Saturday of the month, practitioner Dory Steinmetz and Florette Krugman provide safe and loving space on Zoom we call Soul Sisters. Each session includes some laughter yoga, a guided meditation, a place to share our good and ask for support. We always have fun. So please join us on Zoom. This is next Saturday, November, but I don't think that's November. So whatever the one is in April. 5th, maybe? 4th. Okay. Next Sunday, as Lauren mentioned, there is no potluck because it is Easter and everyone is going to have tons and tons of food. Our regular first Sunday potluck will start again in May. Okay, and now I want to go through and follow up on some of the financial report from the annual meeting that we weren't able to complete. We still had some reviews to do. So, and unfortunately, our treasurer is out busy this weekend dealing with his mother's house and all of this. So anyway, this is really kind of high-level stuff. So we have our revenue and expenses, and we're showing 2025 and 2024. The income is basically the same. It's a slightly bigger number, but, you know, not too much different. Expenses were definitely higher in 2025, and so that put us running into savings about $6,000 for the year. So not great, but not too terrible. Next, we'll go through kind of the breakdown of the revenue sources, comparing 2024 to 2025. You can see basically the buckets shifted around somewhat. We had a little bit less in the general contributions, but it was made up with a little bit more from education and also with fundraising and one-time contributions that were higher for 2025. And then finally, showing our expenses, and you can see the expense tower for 2025 is a little bit taller than the one for 2024. And that was, a good portion of it was the facilities. We had an additional $14,000 for roof repair, emergency plumbing, which actually helped pave the way for the major plumbing repair that we just did last month. We grew our spiritual leadership investment also, which you can see on the very bottom. And everything else was kind of basically in line with last year. So that concludes that portion. Anyone has questions, you can just see me after service.
Thank you for the transparency.
You're welcome. And finally, our thank yous from the Leadership Council. This was really a week of It Takes a Village. Last weekend was a huge weekend with the ordination and installation ceremony and celebration. And so we wanted to thank Reverend Bobby for the support that she gave and helping putting the program together and coming down and being with us, and for delivering the message on Sunday. We have Janice and Debbie Ann to thank for organizing the whole celebration. And then for this week, we'd like to thank Rev Michelle Wadleigh for traveling across the country to share her wisdom with us, and for Reverend Veronica for having the vision to invite her. And kind of go out on a limb, and with trusting spirit, and things worked out. And then there were a host of people that were assisting with this. We had Tori and Jesse on Zoom. Valerie and Jackie assisted during the workshops, and Eileen and Carol Ann were transport, with John and Matt supporting AV. So thank you, everyone. Okay, now I invite you to go within while the bowls are played, and we enjoy the sacred music provided by our music team. And Janice, would you meet me at the bowls?
Right here and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here and right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart. Right now, right here and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna let it fade away. Right here and right now, I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and how my mind can turn and twist and spin, just begging for some peace. It's how I know it's time to go within, be still and just breathe. Right here and right now, with every breath I take, I'm letting go, gonna gonna let it fade away right here and right now. I'm getting out of my head and dropping into my heart, and with each breath I'll go deeper in this space and ground myself from the peace within this place. I can feel the love, it's flowing all around me, right here, right now. Yeah, I can feel the love, it's flowing all around me, right here, right now.
Just drinking in the beauty of the vibration from the music. Today's talk, as Lauren told us, is unconditional acceptance is the key to your power. And so the word acceptance jumped out at me. And I went to my background of 39 years as a 12-step person. And I looked at the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, as many of you may be aware, and there's a section in the back about acceptance. And originally, it's written by a person by the name of Dr. Paul O. And it was originally titled Dr. Alcoholic Addict, and it's now Acceptance is the Answer in the new 4th edition. This gentleman was a physician, and he was an addict alcoholic. And he struggled for many years, and then after lots of time, discovered that acceptance was a big issue for him. And this is what he says. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I'm disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life, unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it's supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism, he says, I could not stay sober. Until I could accept my father, the bully, womanizer, alcoholic, sexually aggressive towards me and my sisters, I had no peace of mind. Mind you, I'm not saying he's approving behavior. He's saying to accept the what is right here, right now. I discovered something in the workshop yesterday. It's kind of personal, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Rev Michelle's workshops around shadow is that as long as we are unconscious to the shadows, they are running our lives. That's just the way it is. And Dr. O says, unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in you, but what needs to be changed in me and my attitudes. And this is where the shadow is so important. Where did it come from? The work that we do in recovery, 12-step recovery, is important. And the work that we do here in CSL is important. These are places where we can get support from practitioners and ministers, or in recovery from sponsors, people that we can trust. And to me, the most important thing about it is that we have a witness. We are talking about what is going on with us to God, yes, and a human being. He goes on. I was always able to see the flaw in every person and in every situation. And I was always glad to point it out. In fact, I knew you wanted perfection just as I did. Can you imagine him walking towards you in a meeting? Where would you go? The other direction. He says, I'm better off if I don't give advice, don't figure I know what's best, and just accept life on life's terms as it is today. And perhaps the best thing of all for me is to remember that my serenity is inversely proportional to my experience, my expectations. The higher my expectations of others, the lower my serenity, etc. But then my rights move in. Well, why do I have to do all this work? Why can't they fix themselves? Then I wouldn't have to do this work. It sounds like maybe you know what I'm talking about. When I become irritable or agitated, when I find something disturbing, something unacceptable to me, it is when I need to discard my rights and pay attention to what's going on in me. What is it about that is tripping me up? So I had a bullying father who ridiculed me. He humiliated me. He said some god-awful things. But he was my father. I was 9 years old. I was a teenager. I was in my young 20s. But you know what I did? Lots of people would shrink and hide. What I did, I got mad. I became obstinate, defiant, argumentative, controlling, because I needed to feel safe. I needed to be safe. I discovered that in Michelle's workshop this weekend. I didn't really put it together. Like, what's that about? And the release has been magnificent. Because when I am so busy fighting, I can't feel when you're loving me. I don't know what your love looks like. And I can't love you. Shadow work is hard. Don't get me wrong. Accepting so much stuff can be really tricky. But it's the best work I've done. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, all of you. It is because of you I'm able to do this. And so it is.
I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive. Can't write my story. I'm beyond the archetype. I won't just conform, no matter how you shake my core. 'Cause my roots, they run deep. Oh, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. I know it, I know it. I'll fight it, I'll fight it. I will transform. 'Cause when the fire is at my feet again, and the vultures all start circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised surprised, I will still rise. I must stay conscious through the madness and chaos. So I call on my angels. They say, don't doubt it, don't doubt it. You know it, you know it. Just fight it, and be transformed. 'Cause when the fire is at my feet again, and the vultures they're all circling, they're whispering, you're out of time, but still I rise. This is no mistake, no accident. When you think the final nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise. Yeah, think again. I will still rise. Yeah, when you think the nail is in, think again. Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
Wow. Wow. Let's give them some more love. My goodness. Yes. Thank you, music team. Hello, Pacific Coast. So good to see you. I am very excited to stand up here and introduce Reverend Michelle. My goodness, what a powerful weekend we had. And I think when we do this type of work, it just keeps unfolding as the days go on, more insights and more love of self. So let me tell you a little bit about her. Reverend Dr. Michelle Wadleigh is an award-winning author, speaker, coach, retreat maven, and modern mystic whose work blends spiritual psychology, shadow integration, and bold, and I will say bold personal transformation. She writes for people who are ready to stop suffering. You got it? Pause. She writes for people who are ready to stop suffering, who are ready to know the truth about their lives and claim their spiritual authority. I say yes to that. With warm humor and fierce love, she guides readers on the path towards emotional freedom and unshakable authenticity. Her books, Shadow Work, A Spiritual Path to Healing and Integration. Her second book, Forgiveness, a workbook for emotional and spiritual freedom. And now her third book, coming out in June, Dance Like Nobody's Watching, which is focused on authenticity. So she is up to something in this world. We are so happy to have you. Let's give it up, Michelle, Reverend Michelle.
Good morning. I do feel like I could sit down, though, between your theme for the year. That's an incredible vision for the year. And the music. Holy cow. You took us to church. And my dear friend, Carol Ann, who, we have been friends for years, I could sit down. Your message was complete. Your message was complete. It's nice being out here on the West Coast. It's been a minute. It's certainly been a minute since I spoke on the West Coast, so it's great being out here. You're going to hear some accent, okay? Jersey's in the house, so I won't apologize for it anymore. But I'm suddenly very hot. I got very loud. Okay, thank you. So the title of the talk, Unconditional Acceptance is the Key to Your Power. And I want to first clarify power. Power is when you and I are in alignment with Source. When we speak our word and that alignment makes available to us and through us the co-creative nature of life. Okay? And it is never, I am never referring to power over. My power that I refer to is the power to create, the power of love, the power of compassion. And my life is truly a testament for the work that I do. And I won't really bore you with much of it other than say, I have earned my wings. I've earned my wings. I did. And I've learned a lot, and the beauty of a terrible life, the beauty of a terrible life, and how it grows me, how it has grown me. Because I couldn't be here if I had been reeling against my life. I'm here because I practiced acceptance and non-resistance to my life. I am here not despite my mother and father. I'm here because of them. With all the stories and all the discord and all the blah, 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 the typical non-functioning American family that's pretty classic in most of our lives. And I know a bulk of you know exactly what I'm talking about because I know the statistics. I know the statistics in this room of people, not to get too heavy too fast, but I'll do it early so we don't hold on to it. The statistics of abuse that exist in every room, the amount of people. So I want you to know, I hear you. I'm one of you. And I'm a living testament to being able to rise above it. I'm a living, breathing, walking, talking, prayerful, God-loving testament to what happens when we take those things that we wish we didn't have and we wish we didn't experience and say, I am more than that. Repeat after me, I am more than that. Oh, and the Jersey greeting we used to do all the time. Repeat after me with this too, please. Today is the most glorious day of my life.
Today is the most glorious day of my life.
Yeah. And being able to wake up and say that every day, not because I don't have a crappy history, because I do, but because my history formed me, because the compassion that's alive in me could have only been birthed from the path that I took. I am, this morning I called my husband. I left my pulpit, I guess it's going on 2 years. I left my pulpit because COVID kicked me in the butt. I have to admit, I had a lovely community before, and I was all about this. Your whole vivacious, wonderful outpouring of creativity was how my community was. And then when I went to COVID, it was like somebody tied my hands, and we were on Zoom only, and it took a little bit of my heart away. So I left the pulpit, but I left the pulpit not just to get away from that, because I wanted to do more of the shadow work and the forgiveness work and all of that. And so my husband took over my pulpit. He's now the spiritual director. He is a minister, but he's a minister of Emerson Institute, but he is a CSL practitioner. So I called him this morning to check in on him, just to say hello before my day got started. And I couldn't remember because they are in person 2 or 3 times a week, a month. And then sometimes they're only on Zoom. So I called to say, how are you? And are you in person today? He says, yep, we're in person today. He said, but I'm not going. Now, my husband never misses work. My husband never misses work, but right now he's got an expiration date on his life, and because he had a diagnosis of cancer 1.5 years ago. So that ain't fun, let me tell you that. And so when I woke up this morning and I called him and he told me he wasn't going to work, him not going to work was a big deal. And the only way that I could be here with you now and be conscious is to accept. I want you to get that. Cancer, and some of you know what I'm talking about because I'm sure some of you have lived through it. Cancer is a master class in presence. because presence is the only thing saving my life right now. The moment I veer off into worry, I'm in pain. The very moment my balance is off, all of the human discomfort and what am I going to do and what's my life going to be like? And you know, the most important question that I wind up always asking myself is, who's going to talk to me? Sounds so simple, right? But who's gonna want to know about my day? Who's going to ask me about that? Now, I'm not doing this to make you feel sorry for me. I want you to get that all of us have the absolute capacity to be having this experience and then stand in a place of potency. We do. You do. I do. And it comes from a practice of acceptance and non-resistance. Resistance creates stress. You're resisting yourself in ways that you don't even know it. Anybody do a little self-criticism every once in a while? Anyone look in the mirror and you're not totally happy? That is resistance to what is. You might not have framed it that way, but that's what it is. I've earned these wrinkles. I've earned this age. I'm a proud mother of 3 sons and 4 grandchildren, and I don't apologize for how often I want to show you pictures. If you want to see them afterwards, I'm happy to show you. I'm also, though, I do have one bit of resistance that is healthy, and my resistance where it's healthy is when I refuse to be guided by fear. So many years ago in a ministers' conference down in North Carolina, I walked on fire. All the way on the flight down, I thought, oh, hell no, I'm not. Oh, hell no, I'm not. What? No, oops, sorry, I'm tripping. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And then I got down there and I did it. And you know what I learned about walking on fire? You know what I learned about that process? It's so meaningful. Fear is a choice. Let that sit with you. Fear is actually a choice that we entertain. And so when I learned that, then I started looking at other fears. And this might sound a little crazy, and I don't have time to explain the whole thing, but I actually have a fear of cold, which you could probably understand that I live in New Jersey. There's something threatening to me about cold. I don't know what it was. So me being me, I decided to do a polar plunge last week, which was better than the month before, because the month before in February, it would have been a heck of a lot colder. This time the outside temperature was 51 degrees and the water was 48 degrees. I don't like going in a pool that's not 78 degrees or higher. But I taught myself that I don't have to resist that pain. So it was another step up to saying, okay, I'm capable. Okay, something in me is possible. Now I want to offer you something. I'm not going to be around to witness it, but I want to offer you something. Because I'm proposing that you become conscious to the places in your life where you are in resistance. And I want to suggest that you take on a 30-day commitment to not criticizing yourself. 30 days of non-resistance to who you are. 30 days of looking in the mirror and say, damn, you look good. 30 days of not finding fault. 30 days of not letting your mouth be a tool against yourself. Can you imagine how 30 days will feel different? How you will feel different about yourself after 30 days of loving on you and not resisting what is. And It is the resisting what is that causes the shadow. It's the resistance. True and complete acceptance creates this state of allowance and flow. But the more we object, anybody object to what's going on in the world right now? I get it. I'm with you. I do, and we talked a lot about this at the leadership workshop Friday night. But what I know is I'm more powerful to take a stand for something I care about if I'm in greater alignment. Does that make sense? If you show, a couple years ago, what was the? I guess it was right after the election, and all these demonstrations were happening all over the place. And I had a client, a lovely man. He's an amazing musician. He does a lot of James Taylor cover stuff. He's fantastic. If you close your eyes, you think it's James. And so he gets kind of pissed off about the world. So he went to this demonstration, and he got dressed up in some kind of weird way to. I don't know what the point of it was, to be honest. And he brought a chainsaw, not a working chainsaw. And it was about cutting things apart. And he's telling me about this, and I see the pictures. I'm like, look, now he's a very loving, gentle, kind being. Lived on an ashram for years. I adore this man. He's a good friend of ours. I said to him, what was the message you were trying to give with the chainsaw? And was that the message you wanted to leave? Was that the impression you wanted to leave? And he went, oh. I said, what if you brought your guitar? What if instead of a chainsaw, you brought your guitar? And he does play. Oh, he plays pretty. So that's what he did next time. And then people joined him. People didn't get around him with a chainsaw. People got, thank God. Right? All of a sudden I have gladiators in my images. So what they did, when he had the guitar and he started singing, people gathered around him. And it was quite beautiful. We did a civil rights journey a number of years ago, and he brought his guitar then, and we sat singing on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. That was the part of him I knew. Not the part of him that was bringing that angry self, you know? So normally, this time of year in my old community, which again, my husband is now managing to the best of his ability, I didn't do Easter. I was never Christian. I was never anything but a metaphysician. Where's your husband? Is he here? Did he come? I wanted to meet him. So I'm born and bred in metaphysics. Never been anything else. So when I got into the pulpit and like Easter was approaching, I'm like, what do I do about that? You know, I don't do getting saved. That's not what I do. You laugh, but it was kind of funny. So what I did is I created a new experience, and I turned it into the Palm Sunday, which is today, would be the Phoenix shedding. And it was about letting go, about releasing what's in the way, about consciously releasing what was in the way. And then next week turns out to be the Phoenix rising. And I'll talk more about that in a moment. And so that experience started giving me a way to own some of my own stuff so that I wasn't feeling like a make-believe minister. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Maybe you never had that. Like ministers without Jesus, it's almost like, well, what do you do, right? But I love what we do, and I love the metaphysics, and I love knowing that there's a power and a presence and a love that is always availing itself into, through, and as us. I love knowing that by the power of my word and my thinking that I am activating a life that I love to live. But that's more potent when I practice non-resistance. I am more potent when I practice non-resistance. So, I want to just ask one more time, can you imagine yourself 30 days from now if you stopped speaking against yourself. Stop gossiping about yourself. Stop telling a story about how life isn't working. Just for a second. Just get with that, what that would feel like. I can pretty much promise you, you won't want to go back. Because you know what happens? You lose your taste. You lose your taste for it. It's like every year in my old community, we would do like a month-long non-gossip practice, a month-long non-judgment practice, and all of it lent to the very same stuff you do in here beautifully. And what happens is you lose your taste for gossip when you have that kind of commitment. You lose your taste for finding fault when you have that kind of commitment. Because you start to realize, oh my Lord, I was activating this toxicity, and you didn't realize it. So when you stop doing that, the beauty of who you are is freer and freer to be. So because this would have been the day for the Palm Sunday, and God bless any of you that are still practicing Catholics, I make no fun of it. It just wasn't my world. That's all, it just wasn't my world. But I want to invite you to do something for yourself. Are you willing to do that? So I want to invite you to give yourself a blessing. I'm inviting you to be the blesser, to be the holder of the blessing for yourself. And so what I want to ask you to do, and this is also you can live a more extraordinary life on your terms. I want to ask you to put one hand on your head and the other one on your heart. And the reason for this, it's just the symbol of connecting your head and your heart so we can create resonance. And then I'd like you to repeat after me. I love and accept myself as I am and as I am not.
I love and accept myself as I am and as I am not.
I open to receiving the blessings of life.
I am open to receiving the blessings of life.
I am the very evidence of love.
I am the very evidence of love.
Wherever I am, love reveals itself.
Wherever I am, love reveals itself.
I am a blessing to this world.
I am a blessing to this world.
And know with me now that by means of your right of consciousness, you get to recreate who you are on your terms. When we put down the resistance and we put down the denigration and these are just thinking habits. Some of us just have lazy thinking habits. It's how we keep the little things alive. But when we put these things down and we remember that you and I were born with the divine birthright of brilliance and boldness and beauty. You know, I made fun of it a little bit yesterday, but we've all been taught in Science of Mind that you're whole, perfect, and complete, right? You've heard that 1,000 times. Does life ever sometimes feel a little contrary to that? It's in those little habits. What do you entertain when you're alone? What thoughts do you entertain when you think no one's paying attention? What happens when you show up and you're not feeling 100%? Are you willing to be that authentic being that you are, or do you hide it? When someone asks you, how are you? Do you say, I'm fine? Which can be true. Or do you say to them, I'm having a little bit of a rough day. I'm okay, and I'm having a rough day. It's like this journey with my husband. I'm okay, but I wouldn't wish this journey on anybody. Not his side of it, not my side of it. Wouldn't wish it on anybody. Because to be honest with you, I've never walked this road before. I have no clue what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. It's a very alone state of being. It's very alone. But the less that I resist what's happening, the more I feel ready to just keep taking the next step with him, to hold his hand through the next step. He's the one assuring me. I said to him, do you want me to go home early? He goes, no, what are you going to do? Stay, enjoy. All right. And I know some of you know what I'm talking about. I know you know. You've been through it, or you're going through it now. And then the sometimes, I don't know about some of you, but I find that naps cure all things. I love me some naps. I'm a napper. So my self-care has changed form, but we're definitely living in a little bit more of a cave. We're definitely a little bit more, closed in. And I've come to accept that. I'm an introvert anyway, so that's not a horrible thing, but I've come to accept it. And I've come to practice and practice and practice. And what I said before, I meant, I am on a journey, a master class of presence. Because when you're here, and I know that some of your minds are busy. You're busy thinking other things. You're busy thinking what you have to do at home. You're busy assessing me, because that's what we do. It's just human. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. And it's important that we not make ourselves wrong for anything. But that's the voice you want to pay attention to. You want to catch the busyness of that inner voice, because that's really what's creating your world. You understand? So, if you are, am I allowed to treat before I'm done today? Okay. So, are you willing to take this challenge of 30 days? I'm just curious. Who might be willing to take that? I'm so happy. And I want to know. I'm Michelle at MichelleWadleigh.com. Not difficult to know. I want to know. I want to know how you feel at the end of that 30 days when you've loved on yourself and you stop beating yourself up. I want to know how that is. And so let us move into consciousness together right now. I know and I declare that there is a power, a presence, a love, an essence of good that ebbs and flows and moves. It is stunning. It is beautiful. Yes? Yes. So I know for every individual present in this congregation right now, or anyone who will hear it later on, that there's a movement, a connection, there's a spark of reality that got sparked. Something new, an invitation that says, I choose to love me now. I choose to love and accept me, all of me, the stories of me, the trials and the tribulations, the mistakes, the errors, the transgressions. I choose to stop criticizing myself, and I choose to love the all of me. And I know that when each one of us takes on this practice and leans into that, and we lean on each other for this support, oh my God, there is just this freedom that comes. So I know for us, freedom. Freedom to be, freedom to express, freedom to be loved. Freedom to be a powerful component of this community, of your home, of your neighborhood, of the world. And if you are willing to accept yourself as the bold, beautiful, and brilliant individual you were born to be, I invite you to whisper a sweet yes. Yeah. That yes is your covenant with yourself, with the presence. Let's let this sink in for just a moment. Let's invite in the energy of healing. And right now, I invite you right now to, in a whisper to yourself, I love you. Yes. So as we accept and allow this as a reality of our being, I feel the movement already, and I celebrate it with a bounty of gratitude. I surrender this word to the love that pours over us, to the law that acts upon this word, and to the very awe of life itself. And so it is. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, oh my, open up, hey, oh my. Hey, oh my, open up, hey, oh my. I love me, I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Now everybody say, hey. Everybody say, hey. Do you love you? Hey, hey, hey. They're gonna say all kinds of things. They make jokes about my name. They gonna try to clip my wings, but I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna fly. They might treat me like a game. I bet they're too scared of the fame. But I can see it clear when I'm looking in the mirror saying, God made me just right. I love me. I love me. Don't worry about you, but yeah, I love me. Now everybody say, hey. Everybody say, hey. Everybody say, hey, hey, hey.
'Cause I'm sexy and it ain't my fault. I ain't waiting for nobody to call. You don't want me, baby, that's your loss.
Your loss.
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You can tell by the way I talk, and you can tell by the way I walk. And I can see clear when I'm looking in the mirror that God made me just right. I love me. Hey, I love me. I don't know about you, but baby, I love me. Everybody say,
Hey,
everybody say,
hey,
everybody say.
hey.
I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but I love y'all, but I love me the most.
I don't need to brag, I don't mean to boast. I love all y'all, but I love me the most. Go and raise a glass, give yourself a toast. I love all y'all, but I love me the most. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast. I love all y'all, hey,
But I love me. I love me. Hey, I don't know about you, but I love me. Now everybody say, come on. Everybody say, everybody say, everybody say, everybody say, everybody say. Come on, come on. Do you love you? Do you love you? Everybody say, everybody say, hey, 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 yeah, 'cause I love me.
Thank you, music team. I don't know about you, but I'm excited for this 30 days of loving myself, of practicing non-resistance. Thank you so much, Rev Michelle, for being here and for just sharing your wisdom with us. I'd like to invite the ushers to come forward. We have Florette, Cheryl, Janet, and Nancy. Now is the time of community giving. As stakeholders in the community, we give today as part of our spiritual investment so that we can continue to be spiritually fed here each and every week. Please speak the affirmation, our giving affirmation, with me. We give with open hearts to this community with shared commitment and purpose. As we give, we prosper, cultivating growth, connection, and shared abundance for all. We have several different ways to give. As you know, the ushers are coming around. We accept cash money, obviously. You can also text to tithe. Just text GIVE to 562-501-4435. You can donate on our website, and the QR code is right up there along with Venmo. So thank you for your generous donations. And if we can have our practitioners please stand. We have the wonderful gift of having licensed practitioners here at our center. They're licensed to pray. They are trained in just praying with you if you have a hardness of head, a heaviness of heart, you're experiencing for yourself or another. Just after service, they'll be over by that sign. Prayer happens here. So grab one of the practitioners and they'll give you support and prayer. So thank you so much, practitioners, for being our little angels in the center. We love you. Alternatively, if you want anonymous prayer during the week, you can grab a prayer card at the front of service and just fill it out. And if you want it to be anonymous, just put it in a little box and the practitioners will pray for you all week. And now, if I could ask Janice to come forward and carry the light out. Let us open the circle and take our light into the world with our intentions from today's service. And just the love and non-resistance that we're going to be practicing the next 30 days. All right, Rev Veronica, you're up. Come close us out.
Okay, we're going to bring it on home. I just wanted to let you all know that if this was your first experience of hearing Reverend Michelle, that we will have another opportunity. And if you don't mind putting the slide up for me, Matt, that Reverend Michelle is going to do another special class for us, Pacific Coast, in May. So it's beginning May 7th. It's a Thursday, and then there'll be an all-day Saturday, and then the following Thursday, May 14th. So she will be back, not in person, it'll be all on Zoom. But as you can tell, she's a powerhouse, and we did a lot of good work, and we're going to continue to do a lot of good work as we grow together here at Pacific Coast. So thank you. Once again, let's give Reverend Michelle another round of applause. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Absolutely, yes. Yes, yes. Okay, so we are going to do our benediction. We do an embodied, moving benediction. So if you are able, please stand. Are we ready, music team? Okay, here we go. All right. So this is an affirmation, affirmative benediction of the truth of who we are. Are you ready, Pacific Coast? Yeah. All right, let's do this. All right, what is happening right here and right now? Something wonderful is happening through me right now. Yes. Yes. And what is it that's happening right now? It is this thing called life. Yes. Yes, indeed. And where is this thing called life? Life is in my mind. Life is in my body. Life is all that I am. Life is all that we are. Yes, indeed. Yes, 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 yes. Love it, love it. Okay, what do we do with this thing called life? I receive it, I am it, and I share it with all. Yes, and just as Reverend Michelle said today, how do we receive it? Just the way it appears, and just the way it appears not. Absolutely. Let's feel it now. Let's feel this thing called life, feeling it in our legs, feeling it through our torso, through our arms, through our whole entire body and beyond. Let's feel this thing called life. And as we say this together, thank you, life. Yes.
I am alive with the spirit of love. 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 I am alive, y'all. Live with the spirit of love. I am alive 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 with the spirit of love. I am alive, y'all. Live with the spirit of love. I am alive with the spirit of love. I am alive with the spirit of love. Hey, I am alive with the spirit of love. I am alive with the spirit of love. I am alive, y'all. Live with the spirit of love. I am alive, y'all. I am alive, y'all. Live with the spirit of love. Have a fantastic week.